As the music is fading off into the background, it's THL Sunday Showdown. I'm your host, Taku, and then I got two wonderful casters, very experienced casters to help me out tonight to kick off this Legacy Finals final two games. We got my Anadon. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I am, I was going to say feeling great, but I am a little sick, so maybe I'll tone that down. But feeling good, excited about this matchup here, of course. It's my team duking it out here against your team.
Yep. Yep.
And for in the finals of the Legacy Series, we have both matches potentially lined up here. A couple scenarios that could happen. Currently, the score at 8-9.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very close. Two matches left.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got Dr. Fish, the man of the hour, kind of filling in the op this past season, going from everywhere from Hearth Center to Wild and Out series to Friday Night Fights to whatever it calls up. He's been stepping it up big. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I had fun doing a bunch of Hearth Centers. Had fun doing the usual two of Wild and Out Friday Night Fights.
Yep.
And I'm happy to fill in and help take us through the end of our season for Voyage to the Sunken City. It all ends with Legacy. Two great teams came into the week 1 point apart.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, great seasons. So we've got two matches left, and we're going to start with our 4 seed match. I don't know which one we're spectating first, but we have Anfall and we have Vampire Nighthawk.
That's who's first.
As the two players.
Yeah.
All right.
And the second one at 10 o'clock, depending on the length of this match, obviously, is going to be Memnarch and Slad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I was saying earlier, a couple scenarios could happen here. Obviously, if Standard THL Degenerates wins a match outright, like a 3-0, 3-1, I believe that they take the week. But if they win 3-2, there's still a scenario where the final match was 3-0 and F2L White takes it. So both these matches, with certain situations being met, either Anfall wins this, we'll see that second match, or Anfall loses 2-3, that second match will still matter.
Yes, for sure. We have a lot of unique classes between these two players. So from Anfall's side, we have Hunter, Mage, Paladin, Shaman. And from Vampire Nighthawk's side, we have Druid, Hunter, Mage, and Rogue. So Hunter and Mage the same, but we have a Druid, Paladin, Shaman, and Rogue from each player. So going to be a lot of different things going into this. And I know both of you probably have a good idea of what the player from your team is going to ban. And I am not super... I'm not super experienced, unless you have the bans already.
I do have the bans, so that's going to narrow down to three classes. So we got Anfall banning Hunter.
Yeah.
We got Vampire Nighthawk banning Paladin.
Okay. Yeah. Very similarly.
Expected. Both ways.
Yeah, I think so. The Paladin ban, I could see Saku with similar classes also ban the Paladin against Totinos. And so I'm not surprised to see a Paladin ban from Vampire Nighthawk, and Anfall banning the Hunter as well. The same ban is actually Totinos gave, so it's quite interesting. The big kind of question marks from my end is gonna be what Rogue Vampire Nighthawk chooses and what Druid he chooses. I think Mage, obviously there's always a chance that we see something like a Mech Mage as a more aggressive choice. Shaman is, I think, either super control or super aggro, so it'll be very interesting, I guess, to see what they choose.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of options there. But yeah, with those bans, we only have the Mage Mirror potential here, which will be interesting to see if they do choose to bring that same list.
Agreed.
So I'm going to get the guys or players started. So What do you hope to see in the first 2 seconds?
Wow.
Huh?
I hope to see a win from Anthal. That's
No,
what I
no.
is what I hope to see.
No.
No bias here
You're
from
muted,
the caster
Money.
desk, but
You're muted, Money. So I can't hear you.
Anyways.
you asked me what I was hoping for, and
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be honest.
I respect the honesty, man. For my first classes, I'm kind of thinking Vampire could lead with this Rogue. Druid generally isn't too bad of a lead. I think Rogue is one of those things that can kind of set a good tone for you in your match. And from Onfall's side, I don't know. I mean, Hunter's a pretty decently strong class, so I might suspect a Hunter lead from Onfall in it. Probably, I would have to guess Rogue from Vampire Nighthawk. And I don't personally know. I know Saku knows if it's a Maestro Rogue based on the ban sheet. So we'll have to find out ourselves. Both players are not in game yet, but we will see them go there shortly.
I got Vampires in game right now, preparing to battle a friend.
Yeah.
Both just waiting, I think, to choose their decks here.
Yep.
There's definitely a lot on the line.
So
There we
for
go.
our viewers, Vampire Nighthawk is going to be the first to spectate, bottom of the screen, with Anfall being at the top of the screen. So let's get it on.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what these players do here. I know both really good players in that 4 seed.
Mhm.
I think would be a little bit, a little bit of kind of surprise. I think to many players down there. These players could easily be in the higher seed. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good one.
agreed. I have not played Onfall yet, but I have actually had a match against Vampire, and he did a good job against me. A very good player. We do see it. This is a big spell mage mirror from both players. A big spell mage for the first game, and keeping the mailbox dancer and the snow flurry from Onfall. And I believe, it's almost a complete full move. I think he kept the starfish. I am specking backwards, so could not see.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
just
kept
popping
or
in
not.
right now. There's no eyeballs
Gotcha.
to click anymore. You gotta look at the
Yeah.
arrows and do that. It's not as intuitive.
No, it's not as intuitive.
Where are the eyeballs?
Where's my
Yeah,
eyeballs?
I feel like I'm on the first day of the job here. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
I mean, there's a slight deviation from. Maybe there's a slight list deviation. We do see a Goldshire Knoll coming from Onfall, and I saw a Pelican Diver from Nighthawk. I'm not sure exactly how. I would guess that they're probably not running.
That is a big
one of those.
pickup there for the matchup for sure for Vampire Nighthawk.
I agree.
A lot of coins in the hand as well. That leaves the door open for some barbaric sorceress shenanigans, but Anfall needs to find a spell here to actually put that into effect.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side, Vampire Nighthawk just one turn away from being able to double coin this Belinda, which actually wouldn't be so bad. You do that on 4, and then on 5 you have 2 spells that should cost 5 that you can play. That's a pretty good curve there. So I wouldn't like to see the coin Deepwater here. I could see Vampire Knight maybe thinking about it, but I'd much rather just hold back. Yeah, play the treasure card.
Yeah, for sure. I like the treasure card here because, like you said, coin Belinda next turn. From Onfall's side going into this, I mean, Okani is such a good card here. If it would stop because you could. If you have a guess that there's 2 coins, if you can make the read, even if you just want to make a read that he's going to have something like even a Deepwater Evoker, something like that would be pretty nice to.
Pretty powerful opportunity here, to counter a minion. Of course, spell. They have 2 of those coins in hand, so no reason to do that. But with this, it's going to have to be a little bit of mind games here.
Yeah.
Let's see if the coin Belinda does happen. So they see, they know now with that coin. They can play the diver, they can make the trade, get that second coin, and still finish off with their turn with the Belinda.
Wow, very smart. Both players get the coin, but it really only benefits him at this moment. So Vampire Nighthawk with a
Yeah.
very, very nice read here. There's always a chance we get a top deck Belinda right back from Onfall here, but
Yeah, it's a little
unfortunately it
slow. I
doesn't
think
happen.
more likely a better scenario for Anfal would have been to top deck a spell there. Then you can coin out
Oh yeah.
the sorceress and maybe trade the cost there, so their
Mm-hmm.
spell then instead
Costs
will be
more.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Double coining out the treasure guard here. Not allowing for sorcerer shenanigans next
yep.
turn, but
On the other side, you do not want to let those happen now that their coins are gone.
yeah.
And you're anticipating this 5-drop spell here. And
Yes.
Vampire Nighthawk gonna use that rune, it looks like, to try to clear off this board. Let's see what comes out of the box.
Yeah. I am a bit. Ooh, that's brutal.
Wow, that is not what you want to see in that. I mean, that's a pretty good
That's a pretty
pickup.
good
and
pyro
takes it
blast.
straight to the face too. I mean, not the worst result. Able to get another Drakefire Amulet, deal 10 to the face, and gain 8 armor.
Yeah, for sure.
Not the worst result. But with this hand, really not too much going on for Anfal. Really needing a way to draw either these spells, or
For
just find a
sure.
spell, or
Yeah.
any sort of reload.
Yeah, and unfortunately the hand is too small for the Knoll to be playable this turn. I don't know if I even want to play the Mailbox Dancer because my opponent could play Sorceress and then and his other spell could even cost 0 that he has in hand, and he knows that there's a 5-mana Drakefire in hand.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's also, you saw them just play a 5-mana rune of the Archmage. If they're curving out perfectly, they're going to play one of those ravens or parrots or whatever they're called,
yeah.
the Grey Sage.
Yep.
And that would just replay the rune, which often will clear a board. We didn't see it happen that time, but it certainly could answer that pretty well. So it looks like Anfal just saying, I need the pressure now, potentially. No, changing to that Mailbox Dancer.
Okay.
Applying sort of medium pressure and saying
he could have thrown the coin there if he really wanted to, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's that big of a deal. I mean, if he has the sorcerers, and that means they're not playing their Drakefire on that
Great
turn.
boss, Nixie. This is going to give a draw though to Anfal, which
it's a
is
weapon.
crucial. And there is a little bit of a reward. Going to have to coin out this barbaric sorceress to get that value, I think, on the rune here.
But it's just going to make it cost 1 more.
That's
He has
true.
to, okay, so he has to kill off the
Yeah,
mailbox.
you trade that first.
See.
Absolutely, yeah. And
According
you
to
hope
him,
you hit that,
yeah.
that coin here.
And let's see if we do.
I bring the muscle and the magic.
Oh, it just traded with itself. Well, that was also an option here.
There is a ruins in the hand. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that.
It just traded with itself.
Okay, so now that in itself is useful information. Although now this Dawn Grasp coming down will play another Drakefire and random Drakefire here.
Yeah, not the worst results.
Nope.
Not great, obviously.
For sure. We are 1 turn off of being able to play the ruins. So we're staring down a lot of damage.
Oh, but that's a pretty good pickup here. The Brand in with the Evoker will draw 2 more spells and armor up a ton to allow the survival for another turn here.
19 or 20 armor, that for sure should be able to hold off enough damage, I believe.
Yeah, and you have, unfortunately, you don't have enough
29?
mana to ping off the 4/8, so you probably just sit there. But I think, there's 28 damage on the board. This is going to put you well over that.
Yes. And it is
there
a
is
double
10
Drakefire.
and 20 with the trade of the Drakefire.
Yeah.
Finding Snow Flurry. That could be helpful
that's
some point.
Potentially good for next turn, because there's an 11 attack dragon on the other side, so...
Yeah, it may just be a really
helpful
turn to hope with very few other options. We'll have to see, though, what Vampire Nighthawk has on the backswing to answer. Can play the rune with that coin in the
you
hand.
can coin
There is
it.
potential. There's a Grand Sage Parrot would play. I believe the last thing played was a Drake
There's
Fire.
Drake Fire Amulet, so yeah. This would be more dragons coming to board.
Not sure if that's what you want to be doing at this point. Gonna try to juice up this hero power instead.
Okay.
Trade this off. It looks like we're not going to be seeing any of these
Parrot.
spells used just yet.
Okay.
Now reconsidering some options. Gonna go to the face here with these. Maybe deciding on, trading into the brand to reduce any chances of
smart.
even more armor gain.
Yeah, the only spell left in deck is the second is another ruins and another. Actually, there is actually.
Well, you can always
Fire
trade the
ruins.
Break Fires back to always gain the armor.
For sure.
And there it is. Yeah, that would have been another 20 armor, which definitely would have been difficult to deal with. And now, instead, we might just have to see this rune and hope.
Yeah,
this
ruins
is
and
the
pray for onfall.
Flurry needs. Flurry is okay. I mean, it's only
Snap
one here, though, at 0. Oh, Snap Freeze will kill. Nope. But it does freeze
Overflow. Kills
Overflow
the 14-8.
Does hit the big minion counter spell. Also pretty nice gift of Ashara. And
First
then
Flame is not good
First
enough.
Flame, not going to be quite enough. We did not gain any mana from that either. Found 2 minions instead. And with these, you can double trade the 3 attacks.
And then you just and then you just get rid of the 2/1. Oh no, you can't attack the 2/1.
Yeah.
There's 7 damage. I don't believe.
Yeah, you
Unless
7 with the hero power at 4, that is only 11. We are 1 off, but
Runes of the Archmage could probably generate it, right?
Yeah, it's very, very likely. We'll have to see. It is a counter spell though, so we'll have to use that coin first.
Oh, true. Okay,
he does snip it out. Yeah, there is.
He could. Oh no! Wait.
Rune does
lethal.
come out. Is it going to be enough? The Siphon not going face yet.
Siphon
Flurry,
mana, no
not
face.
doing it. Drake Fire, not quite enough. Cone of Cold, not damage to face just yet. That's not it either. That is
terrible.
And that is 1 damage off, but is it gonna matter? I'm not so sure.
I don't think it matters. Grace Age Parrot off the top might do it. Oh, the other ruins.
Rune. I don't think there's anything a rune can save you from here, though.
I agree because of the hero power.
The hero power just goes over the top. It doesn't matter.
Also noting that the Starfish actually would have won the game on that turn.
That Starfish would have cleaned everything up,
unfrozen the minions.
Oh.
Ooh, a rough Drake Fire just sending out 2 4/1s.
Will
Vampire Nighthawk takes the game.
First game going to Vampire Nighthawk with that big spell mage.
Yeah.
The mirror just being 1 there is pretty nice, I think, but not the end of the road here for either player.
Nope.
Oh, for sure.
With mage, big mage, you got to get your big things fast.
Yeah, we saw that similarly in the last match.
Yeah.
Where Totino's was able to play Belinda on 5 and it just snowballed. We saw it kind of there how Vampire Nighthawk had, he had the other 5. Once he got Drake Fires going, it just kept coming, and eventually it overran on fall. It was pretty close, honestly, in general. I haven't seen, for all the board, kind of the board clearing stuff that Mage has, I haven't seen a lot of it in these matches. But this is the Rogue coming out from Vampire Nighthawk.
Yeah, so this will be the Rogue, and we are running that Mage right back.
Yes.
Finding Blackwater Cutlass and Shroud to start for Vampire Nighthawk is a pretty nice start. On the other side, 2 spells in the hand to start is not what you want to see.
No, I would suspect almost a complete full toss back from Onfall here. And
it does find another one that is tradable, though, so
yeah,
not the end of the world, and does give the opportunity for something turn 1.
Agreed. Yeah,
and
so
players just going to make some trades early on.
Yeah, and honestly, that was a really nice Cutlass hit to not hit the Wicked Stab or the Drawn Reconnaissance, but to give it into the Shroud is really big. We'll see what
Yeah, the Knoll able to come out of the Shroud too.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, double
We're just-
drawing those Drake Fires.
Yeah, it's
Not
been rough
exactly where you
draws.
want to be. Does
For
have the
sure.
Knoll available next turn if we just make these trades, which might just be the case here. There is the Rune of the Archmage, just finding only the big spells here for Anfall. And now Goldshire Knoll will be able to answer this this Wildpaw Knoll. So Goldshire turns out does beat Wildpaw in the Knoll battles.
Yeah.
Now that the Wildpaws
Oh,
are nerfed.
Spirit Guide. That's a really nice way to protect the Knoll for a turn, and it means that the Goldshire, because Vampire Nighthawk has knowledge of the Goldshire Knoll, obviously it's a 5/5. It's really 5/5 on 3 is a lot of stats.
Yeah,
in general,
the answer is there in the Goldshire Knoll, though, of
Yes,
course,
for
but that
sure.
does mean that the Wildpaw is going to continue to push its damage here.
Yes.
And I think, luckily, I don't believe there are any. There is Shadow spells, of course, but no Holy spells in the Rogue deck.
Yeah, and then the Ajaran Vessel was drawn off the top.
Yeah, that's going to be really nice with the Gone Fishing in hand, Krabatoe. This is looking like a really, really good curve for Vampire Nighthawk.
Really
Anfall's
is.
going to have to find the answers here. And currently in the hand, I mean, we have the rune, we have a coin to get there a little bit earlier, but we're quite a ways away. We need some discounts. We need some ways to slow this down.
Definitely, and realistically, Belinda is a good way for Mage to kind of get back in this match against the Rogue with all this coming down. Could get a discounted ruins, and there's a bunch of stuff that can deal damage, that can deal good AoE if drawn. But unfortunately, that is not found here.
Yeah, this is just unrelenting pressure right now from
Yeah.
Vampire Nighthawk. Just a perfect curve so far. And Anfall, just no answer. Just going to have to try to make the best of it here.
Yeah.
Try to survive as long as possible.
Krakatoa comes out here.
Yeah, just
So we're going to
absolutely
see
insane
a lot
here.
of damage going to face.
I don't think you could ask for a better curve here.
No, I don't believe you can either. And he's actually going to take the opportunity to Shadow Step the Nolan and play it again to make it just a 3/5.
It has to be a Varden off the top. That is not it. Can get the big heals here for potentially 20 once again if you coin out the Evoker with a brand. Might have to do it just to survive. I don't see another play that can keep you in this.
How much? Yeah, there's a lot of damage. I guess I don't think there's enough to deal 30, but there's
there might
14,
be. There's 23 on the board, and
23
then
on the board,
4
and
and 7 in hand. That's 30. So
there's 30, so it would be 31
31 would be the health total if we hit
if
both,
we get both Drake Fires.
which there's still one rune in the deck as well, so we could just hit
exactly
30, and that will be lethal for Vampire Nighthawk.
Yeah. And even so, it's you hit that.
I mean,
no
one
way.
health is not going to probably make the difference. There is the 10, and there
Just
is
get
both.
hit.
It does hit the 30 one threshold, but there is Wicked Stab off the top, and that's just going to be
lethal.
it. That is game 2
So much
going
damage
to Vampire Nighthawk. This is not looking good for Anfall.
No, it
Has
is
to
not.
sweep the Druid.
Mhm.
I don't know how you can't beat that Rogue
No,
draw.
that was a lot. Yeah,
That's
for sure.
impossible.
Yeah. Man. A quick win sent it to 2-0 for Vampire Nighthawk. One win away from winning the championship. Anfall now has to sweep the Druid. There's a few Druids that this could be. Alignment, Prester. There's and I mean I wouldn't really suspect to see a ramp Druid. I think the other two are are more played druids.
Yep. It is going to be that mage again, so just
Yeah.
committing fully to this mage, wanting to get
So-
it through here. And this druid, Living Roots,
could-
Thorngrowth, and Clawfury Adept,
Is
is
this
this
water
some sort of
druid?
beast druid? What
Is this
are we
is this
looking
water
at?
is this water druid? Flipper Friends? I would guess that's what it is. I guess it's a Flipper Frenzy druid. There's a jerk called water. I guess it's referred to as water druid. Not exactly sure what it does, but I haven't seen this deck in action. I'm very excited to see what it does.
Yeah, I mean, this could make or break the series here. We'll see
For
if it is.
sure.
I mean, this is definitely looking like it's going to apply some pressure early on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if the answers are available here for Anfall.
Yeah.
Does have both evokers this time, which will prolong the game.
Yes, for sure.
Choosing to fight for the board here, I think rightfully so after seeing Living Roots.
Yeah.
Wanting to get that Snow Flurry down, get that ping down, and Vampire Nighthawk not needing to think too hard, play the thing that does something. And on the other side, Anfall gonna probably actually interesting. Going for the here.
I might have played the Mailbox Dancer just because it's not a whole lot of pressure. But hey, it's pinging. That is fine. Obviously, we just saw the big buffs coming out of the Herald of Nature. So
so going, I think, hoping to find some awakens things to clear the board. That's not quite it.
For sure.
It will help remove a big minion though if one does come down. Not a Matriarch. However, those will still just be discounted.
Yeah, Claw Fury Adept is 8 damage, going straight to Dome. But this isn't. The Matriarchs are definitely getting lower and lower, and the Pride's Fury, if not a lot of things get clear, which is probably the case, with probably maybe Justice Null coming down here, to remove the 2/2, it might get pretty hairy pretty quick. I don't know this deck super well, so I'm more just kind of going to be looking at.
Question here for Anfall. Yeah, it looked like, could go for the Evoker there.
Didn't find Awakens, found Double
Dream. With these types of minions that just have these types of battle cries, this is not ideal.
Yeah, for sure. And we're just going to see the removal of the one minion, 7 more damage. It's getting lower and lower on the health total, and still far away from playing your big spells. For sure, the Drake Fire coming in isn't a big help. I guess maybe you want a line where you want to maybe you ping the 2/1 and you got. But if you ping that, then you should have to play the Treasure Guard here.
Yeah, is that just doing enough? It's really hard. Are we double dreaming here? Though?
I'm not sure I like.
Just having to.
Okay, well, I guess it's you just got to get rid of the bigger minions, I suppose. And I also like putting the. I do like putting the peasant back in hand. I was gonna say just ping the peasant out, but I think that this is a better play for sure. Although that is, Sow the Soil is brutal for is really brutal because Sow the Soil would have just allowed the Herald to come down for a lot of tempo. But obviously playing the Pride's Fury instead, we'll get to see that next turn. Oh yeah, so he'll just summon the Treant out instead of giving everything attack. Spammy, does Spammy change this?
Spammy, you can get one.
You can't get a 3 or a. No, I don't think there's any way Spammy. I don't think Spammy changes anything.
No, not currently. I don't believe.
No, you can remove 2 minions, but then you still have the 6 damage from the Claw Fury Adepts staring you in the face, for sure. So, I might look at
it might just have to be Evoker Ping.
Evoker Ping the 3/4. Make sure you just remove the peasant because the peasant draws 2 cards.
Yeah. And then next turn.
Next turn, you're probably maybe doing another Evoker, but
you can set up like a Spammy. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, I guess.
Like, there's not. I mean, you could spammy this as well, and then it gets rid of a lot. That's not terrible. And then you can
Trade the Drake Fire.
trade the Drake Fire, and then you have a higher chance of finding the 10 armor instead of 9.
Yeah, for sure. I
Not
agree.
bad.
We're not looking at lethal here by any stretch of the imagination, but we are going to see a 5-6.
It's
We
a
are going
lot
to see
of
the
damage.
4-5. We are
Certainly
seeing a lot
of
of damage represented.
Damage, yeah. The 4/5
Yeah,
coming down.
this.
And
I
now,
think even with
Deepwater Evoker and the Snow Furry Ping.
yeah, I guess
And also
so.
play
Yeah.
the Mailbox Dancer first and get a coin out of it
hmm
before the Snow Flurry. Just to get
Yeah.
a wider board. So, if you're going to Deepwater, just Deepwater first.
See what you draw. He draws Drake Fire.
I mean, a pretty good result. Now you can Mailbox Dancer coin Snow Flurry if you want, and then do the ping all in one.
Yeah.
Just for a bigger board. Or you can just trade that Drake Fire once again after doing one of these pings on one of these. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
This is a very precarious situation.
Yeah, I'll say. And that's 11. That's
I was gonna say. Fortunately, there is no nature spell. Immediately draws a nature spell.
That is a nature spell. Is that lethal there?
I don't believe it is. It's only one.
Plus the Herald. No, the Herald. Then you play the Herald and it buffs your minions.
Yeah, it's a 1+1/+2. So I don't know if this is lethal. It's quite close.
12. That's I think exact.
Is it?
Oh no, it's one off. Maybe it's one off.
No, it is exact.
No,
it is lethal.
It's one over. Yeah.
Oh man, that is brutal.
The series then.
That is the series.
I think
that's the championship.
The championship right there.
Wow.
No other match needed.
That was.
Oh sweet. The mage could just not get a purchase there after that mirror.
Yeah.
Lost. And I mean, I don't think there was anything to do in that road game. That last game.
No, there were those two games.
Tough to do.
There was a lot of great draws. Honestly, I've noticed how that Hearthstone is definitely like a lot of the games I play. I'm like, man, I'm making these decisions, and sometimes they just don't end up mattering. Like, but at the same time, obviously decisions matter at some points. But in that case, there was a lot of great draws. And this series. It was very close. The last match, unfortunately, as we watched it, it didn't seem very close. But obviously,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Biggest congratulations.
So to Standard THL Degenerates, Saku, congratulations on the championship.
Does that close us
Congrats.
out? Yeah, I guess it does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Memnarch and Slot can just no contest at this point. Yeah.
I'm going to ask them just in case. So we're just trying to line up Vampire Nighthawk as well, just to
for sure.
lined up here. So I'm just going to let ruin the surprise for Slot and Memnarch. If they want to play, they can. If not, that's their prerogative.
I mean that is their choice for sure.
All right, so Vampire's coming in here.
Oh. No, I'll wait until stream's over to message anybody, aka Doc. I won't ruin it yet for them.
A lot of people are in chat right now as it is. So
yeah, for sure.
How are you doing, man? Congrats.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah, congrats, man, on the big win, sealing up the match for your team. A huge victory. Congrats, obviously.
Yeah, really well fought week all around. Impressive finish there, of course. Just taking down the mage 3 times, bursting that mirror, and then, I mean, that rogue game. Let me ask you about that. That was insane. Have you had a curve like that before? That was wild. It was like the perfect rogue draw that you could ever ask for.
I mean, I think the only thing that makes the curve better is having another 3/5. But yeah,
right, yeah, that was the one thing missing, of course. But besides that, yeah, pretty much the ideal hand you could have asked for. It did work out really nicely. But let me ask you about that Druid list. Kind of a little surprising, I think, to see that as your final Druid. We were talking about that archetype. How did you feel bringing that? Obviously, it did work out in the end, but Was that something you were worried about? Was that like, tell me about your logic in bringing that druid over any of the other options?
Yeah, so Dr. Baum has been playing a bunch of that and was talking about that. And
Yeah.
I pulled it up, and in terms of like data, it was much better into his lineup than any of the other druids. The other druid decks were had pretty rough matchup into his set of classes, and so I didn't think that would be something that he'd be expecting, and so I think it was likely to have better matchups than any of the other lineups or any of the other decks of that class for druid.
Yeah, and again, a very nice curve to play that druid out as well with the 1/2 into the buff 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, well done, good finish. Any thoughts, I guess, for your team? Things to say? I mean, you'll have, I think, plenty of time to make the rounds this week.
Yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday.
But
Yeah.
anything you want to say here? You were the final deciding match here, able to secure for your team. Obviously Saku's here to witness it with you. But any other thoughts for the rest of your team?
Yeah, I've loved playing with them this season. It's been really cool to be there. I appreciate them dragging me kicking and screaming through the regular season with my 3-6 record. And I hope being undefeated in playoffs pays them back for that. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this season and want to say thank you to all of them.
It was the stat I was gonna push out, but if you didn't mention it, so yeah, Vampire's been on a nice win streak. So
he pulled a Skirt Reynolds.
Just basically came in clutch for the team. So appreciate it.
Very nice, very nice. Any other thoughts or questions here for our guest?
Nothing from me. I'll have more stuff. I'll have more questions when we get to the interview on Tuesday.
Yep.
So
save it for the.
I'll save it. Show. I'll save it for Heart Center. Yeah.
Gotta have content elsewhere. We can't use it all up.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
Well,
just bring all your good material next time, Vampire. So.
Yep. Well, thank you guys for streaming this, and I appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too.
Have a good night as well. Thank you for playing.
Oh boy, crazy.
For sure, yeah.
Very crazy. I will say I'm a little unsatisfied with how it ended. I wish we had gotten to see the final match really coming it down to 5. But it was a well fought battle all around either way. Really close. Congratulations, Taku. I don't know what else I can say.
Yeah, well, appreciate it. Definitely been a very interesting season. We had up and down, but we'll get into the smaller details on the next show. So I'm just curious to see if Slav and Memnarch are actually going to even play, if it matters, I guess. So I'm just waiting on them before we let everybody go.
For sure. Yeah, no, let them see what they say. Obviously, usually we don't have. Usually, when a series ends, most players don't opt to play their matches. But and I'm guessing a lot of it, especially if it's on stream, is for prep reasons. You don't want to give away classes the decks you play had in store for the next round. But there is no next round, so we'll see what they say.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of looking at the stream right now. Yeah, it's Anfall's pretty much at the.
Yeah, I think a little bit longer, like 2 more turns or something like that on the stream.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to know how the sausage is made? That's about where we're at, delay wise. You can do the math yourself if you like.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I will tell you. So it's like 10 minutes or something, right?
It is 10 minute. It is a 10-minute delay.
10-minute delay.
Exactly.
Unless you mean you mess it up and you have to end stream and quickly reboot it like I did this morning or afternoon, I should say. But that worked out.
Yeah, I want to thank F2L too this week. crazy to prep for. The finals are always tough to play. So I know the Rebobson and Doc had to play at an ungodly hour at 3 a.m. for Eastern for Doc. So.
Oh yeah, because I mean, with Doc's schedule, it can almost work out for him because he works some different hours because he is a doctor.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's a doctor in a hospital at that point if he's working some different hours. But I appreciate both teams a lot. I'm good friends with a lot of the players on STD and on F2L White. And so watching your teams make the playoff runs they made was just a treat. Because I got to be on, I think, almost every single Heart Center for playoffs and go over it and everything and root on the teams as they went along. I think if F12 goes back, they're going to be mad at me for what I said.
Oh, is that right?
Because I'm pretty because even though I am a captain of an F12 team, I think I picked against you guys most weeks, except for maybe going into finals the week before. I think I picked you all versus STD.
Well, that seems like you did this to us because we were fine all season. You know?
Yeah, it was me. It's definitely
fine
me.
all season. You change your tune, and look what happens.
I know.
Look what happens.
I put the.
At least if you're gonna shit on us, be consistent. Excuse me for my language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But honestly, we couldn't have asked for two better teams, and at this point, they're both like getting up there and becoming long-standing teams in THL. I know STD is generally pretty new, and F12 White also has only been around for a couple of seasons. I might have my history if F12 White was a team in the past and came back, but I have nothing but respect and for all the players. So congrats, I guess, to everybody for an excellent season, and we'll see where things go next season for sure.
So just get confirmations of Slad. No contest. It's Mem.
Okay.
Mem would have played, but he's respecting the player's decision to no contest. So
sounds
that
good.
is the decision. So that ends it for this. The 22nd or 21st? 21st season.
21st season.
21st season, yeah.
Wow. This is crazy. So
for sure.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Maya, Don, Dr. Fish, any last words before we move on to the next expansion, really? Nope.
Next expansion coming, but I hope you feel better soon, Mayan and Don, as you're not
true.
feeling well. And
Thank you.
We'll see everyone later. Stay safe.
Same to E-Sheep as well. Anybody else?
COVID
definitely. DHL, rest up. Drink
Yep.
lots of water. Take care of yourself. We will see you, everybody, on the next Hearth Center show. Take care.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.